Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it's episode 2 of the Top Flight News Bite. Of course, you've got your daily leads, you've got the final word, and on an evening, you have the Top Flight News Bite, where I run round all the latest goings-on in the Premier League. So, before we get into the video, please like the video. I keep asking for 500 likes. Some of the views ain't even getting close to that, so I need to bring that down a bit. Let's aim for 300. Let's aim for 300, yeah? Let's get 300 likes on this video. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're on that road to 3K. There's been a rapid bit of growth in the last few evenings, days, weeks, whatever it may be, but yous are making that happen. So thank you so much for joining and subscribing to the channel. Leave your comments in the video as well about anything that I've discussed or anything you would like me to discuss on future episodes, and I'll make sure I respond to them as well. And of course, get your notification bell on, as I'll be seeing you this evening for Liverpool versus Burnley in a live watch along. So yeah, like, sub, comment, all that jazz. Let's get into it. Heard it right. It's going to be Just Joe, and it's going to be all about football. He showed descent. Bamford, it's in! Yes! Yes! I don't see many more appearances from Pablo. Fantastic, inaugural guest. I have to pull out the big guns. And this is the moment when I take a stand. I've got big. So then, guys, first of all, we are going to start at Old Trafford, and of course the news that Dean Henderson, who didn't play yesterday, could well be on the market. England's #1, possibly top clubs across Europe, looks set to battle it out for the Manchester United keeper this summer as it hangs in the balance. He was left on the bench last night for the clash against Fulham. He's been given time, obviously, over David De Gea. But David De Gea started last night, and it's been thrown into the air whether or not it'll start the Europa League final. And of course, Dean Henderson obviously backs himself, the fact that he stayed on at Man United and wanted to fight for that first team spot. And look, if he was to miss out on the Europa League final against Villarreal in 8 days' time, or 7 days' time it is now, it may raise more doubts over Henderson's future. So it has put a number of clubs on alert that Dean Henderson may be available in the summer. Staying with Man United as well. Well, I say staying with Man United. I mean, they couldn't get this deal done in the summer. The link to Jadon Sancho is now being reported that apparently Chelsea are planning an £80 million bid for Borussia Dortmund forward and long-term Manchester United target Jadon Sancho. So that'd be a real turn-up for the Bucks if Chelsea were to show Man United how business is supposed to be done. We know how Paul Woodward is at his job. I mean, it was the transfer that we all thought was going to happen that never happened and rumbled on and rumbled on. But listen, it looks like Chelsea are entering the race for Jadon Sancho. For me, look, I've seen Manchester United fans say they want Jadon Sancho over Harry Kane. I think it's an absolute madness. I think for me, Manchester United should go all in on Harry Kane. He's the final piece of the jigsaw for me. You know, Cavani stayed for a further year. He scored a wonder goal last night against Fulham. Great strike, if I do say so myself. Make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But I think with him, obviously the injuries, his fitness levels, his age, if you were to bring in Harry Kane, I mean, them two, I mean, it'd be up there with the best strike forces in world football. So for me, go all in on Harry Kane. And we do have an update on Harry Kane as well. You know, Fabrizio Romano, like the Oracle, has said he has reiterated his desire to leave Tottenham. It has been confirmed. He has not handed in a transfer request, but hopes to find a solution. Yeah, Tottenham, no intention to sell. He's still in contract. We know what Daniel Levy's like, but Kane has said, look, any contracts, I'm going to refuse them. I want to be gone. And Man City are seriously interested. I know I said I thought he'd go to Man United, but it seems that Man City are the front runners. We heard news yesterday that apparently during England camp, he was letting on that City would be his desired destination. And City are ready and waiting and planning to open up talks. And I brought to you yesterday the news that maybe Jesus could be offered in a mate-weight deal. But look, it may get to the point, if Levy's not going to let him go, that Harry Kane has to put in a transfer request. You know, it may get to that level. But we shall have to wait and see. But yeah, it looks like Harry Kane will end up north for me. It'll be either Manchester club, either the red side or the blue side. I think if the blue side get him, I mean, it's game over. They will dominate for years to come. Why wouldn't they with Harry Kane and the rest of the squad they've got, and probably additional additions they'll make. So watch out if Harry Kane does go to Manchester City. I'm going to have a quick chat now about the top four. Obviously, Chelsea yesterday humbled the Foxes after getting beat in the FA Cup final. They beat Leicester City 2-0 yesterday, meaning now if Liverpool win tonight against Burnley, they will leapfrog Leicester into fourth. Jurgen Klopp has come out and said he believes getting into the top four this season will be one of his best achievements in his career. I'm not sure I buy that, having won Champions Leagues and having won Premier Leagues, but it will be a good thing. I think for me as a fan, it'd be pretty disappointing after the season that we've had that we end up with the same old faces in the top four. City, Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool. You know, it'd real be an opportunity missed for a West Ham, for an Everton, for a Spurs. I mean, Spurs fans think they're top four club anyway, but they're not, you know. But it really is an opportunity missed. And tonight, Liverpool, obviously 2 games left to do it. If they beat Burnley, they will leapfrog Leicester. I want you guys to let me know in the comments what your top 4 is going to be. Do we think Chelsea, that's it, signed, sealed, delivered, they're in? Liverpool beat Burnley tonight, they could go in. And join me, guys. Join me tonight from 8 p.m. as I will be doing a watch-along for Liverpool versus Burnley as we check out that game in the race for top 4. And just to finish, guys, as I updated you yesterday, we had Roy Keane and Eric Cantona put in the Premier League Hall of Fame, along with Shearer and Thierry Henry. And we've had 2 more inductees today. We have had Arsenal legend Dennis Bergkamp. He becomes one of the latest members of the Premier League Hall of Fame. And of course, Frank Lampard, who is favourite for the Crystal Palace job. 4-1, I think he is. He's the favourite ahead of Howe, Deitch, etc. So I think he rocks up at Crystal Palace. Maybe we'll hear from him. Maybe he gets an interview done after being also inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Look, Frank Lampard's numbers as a player is absolutely insane. 3 titles, 177 goals, up there with the top scorers the Premier League's ever seen from midfield. And he was one of the best of his generation. You have to agree with that stat, regardless of what you think of him as an individual and as a manager. But that's just my thoughts. And that was the Top Flight News Bite. I hope you liked the video. It was short, it was snappy. I'll bring you some more of that tomorrow. And the Daily Leads will be back. Sorry, so much content going on. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know in the comments. The Daily Leads will be back tomorrow. Obviously, the final word was today, my thoughts on Southampton Leeds. So everything that was going to go into today's episode will be rolled over. You've got to roll over, guys. It's like the lottery into tomorrow's Daily Leads. So thank you, as always, for watching. Make sure you like the video. 300 likes, please. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 3K ASAP. Get your comments in and hit that notification bell and enjoy the rest of your evening.